Hey guys, I'm Andrew Pecoraro from PecksMetalPicks, and I'm here with my brother Austin. We just went to the Ventura Warp Tour, and so we decided to come up with some tips that we could give you to pretty much help you have a more fun, smooth experience and have everything go according to plan. So here we go.
All right, your first tip, get there early. You want to be able to get there and be able to figure everything out in a early manner.
And you also want to bring cans. I think this year they're doing pasta type stuff, but pretty much when you bring three things of pasta per person, you get a special wristband that helps you go in a faster line to get in earlier.
And then while you're in line, we recommend you bring a little speaker, something to play music off of to kind of ward off the people who are trying to sell you their music.
Yeah, because people just walk up and down and try to get you to listen to their stuff. So if you're already playing music, they'll probably leave you alone, which also helps you talk to the people around you because you get to play the music you're going to be listening to. So you get to make friends in line and not be bored standing there for an hour or two.
Also, bring sandwiches with you. Make them in the morning, bring them with you in line because you're probably going to get hungry. They don't let you in until like 11 or something, so eat some food before you get in there.
It's also advisable that you might want to make your sandwiches. You might want to have some turkey in there, or maybe some BLTs with some bacon. Because then, when the PETA people come bother you in line, you can just show them that you are already eating an animal, and
That's a good tip.
they'll leave you alone really quick. Um, you also want to avoid the monk people that walk around
Try
and
to sell you their books.
try to sell you books. What they're going to do is they're going to walk up to you and say, "Hey, you want to check this out?" And they're going to try and hand it to you. If you take it at that point,
It's yours.
you've already messed up
You have to buy it at that point.
because they're going to say it's free and then they're going to ask for a $10 donation as soon as it's in your hands. And you
Yes.
can't give it back because they won't let you.
So while you're waiting in line, you're gonna want to make sure that you have your ticket pulled up on your phone as well as in paper form in your hand. Uh, Printers suck nowadays, so if all else fails, you can just get them to scan your phone.
Yeah, and I had my phone screen locked and they wanted me to turn it, so that could be another thing just to get in faster is like unlock the
Like go to your don't be on your home screen. Go to the actual picture of it.
yeah, and like make sure your screen can twist because I had mine locked and they made me switch it so they could scan it, and that was annoying. Uh, Once you get in, you're finally inside now. You're gonna want to buy a schedule so that you can pretty much plan out your entire day because they do have like an inflatable thing with the schedule on it, but going to that in between is going to be a big waste of your time. So just buy a schedule. They're $2 and
Bring a
that'll
pen with you so you can mark it up. Make a schedule, number which bands you want to see.
yeah, write them, get the order down on the schedule. So bring a pen because otherwise you'll have to buy one for $1, which
Yeah.
is just unnecessary. So just plan ahead.
You'll probably only get to see like 13, 14, maybe 15 bands, so pick your favorite ones and be sure that one of those bands is August Burns Red. It's a
Yeah,
must.
definitely. They're probably one of my favorites of the day. And they're awesome. And yeah, even if you think like there's 20 bands you want to see, if you want to like eat and have anything to drink ever, you're probably only going to get to see like anywhere from 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, as far as attire goes, don't be that person wearing a Pierce the Veil.
yeah, because there's
Anything.
like 1,000 of you there that has the Pierce the
do
Veil
it.
hat or like the album cover of the person like floating above the house. But on the same note, don't be that person who's like being super elitist and wears like some death metal band from like Norway that nobody knows about because like you are at Warp Tour and you kind of just look like a douche at that point.
Um, as you walk around, you'll see the monster truck. Oh, I skipped one.
That's
Well,
alright.
anyways, you'll see the monster truck, It doesn't say it, but they'll give you free monsters. If you just walk in there, they'll give you a free monster. You have to drink it while you're in the truck, but it's free and it's good hydration energy source. That's good.
Yeah, so you just get to walk in there and get it. You also want to learn how to walk. And that sounds like something that's super obvious, but a lot of people just walk like right in front of you and cut you off and stop and suddenly turn around.
You will be amazed at how frustrated you will get.
Yeah, you just like are walking and somebody's like crowding the entire thing because there's two people like standing in the walkway trying to.
And if you're a girl or even a guy, don't hold hands with somebody as you walk.
Oh my god.
Because when you're holding hands, it just makes it twice as difficult to walk around you.
It's like playing Red Rover with the people holding hands. You have to like try and go all the way around them or like cut in between them.
Something.
Yeah.
So don't hold hands.
Very good tip. One tip that I follow that pretty much if you are afraid of mosh pits, you just shouldn't be because they don't even hit each other, so they're not going to hit you. Just wait for the song to slow down a little bit, and then you can literally just walk through it, and there you're like 15 feet closer to the front, and once you get there, you can kind of like squeeze in a little bit so you're not on the mosh pit edge. But like seriously, you can just walk through it, and you're way closer.
Nobody's going to punch you in the face because you're walking through. Just wait for the song to slow down a bit, and you just cruise straight through, and you'll be, like you said, a lot closer to the front.
Yeah. So we have this other section for tips about when you're actually like there at the show watching the band. The first tip is to not sing or scream any of the lyrics.
Yeah, you're not the vocalist.
And
so
you
don't
sound
sing.
like junk.
Yeah.
And it ruins it for everybody around you. It's just terrible, especially for Attila.
Yeah.
Like, you are not Franz, and nobody wants to hear you trying to
Your
rap
poor
and
attempt.
scream. Yeah.
Next, for while you're watching a band, if you crowd surf, keep your limbs controlled. Don't flail those things, because chances are you're going to kick somebody in the head. Not very enjoyable to be on the receiving end of that kick. So keep your limbs under control.
Another thing that you'll probably see throughout the day is somebody's going to try to crowd surf in a crowd that you cannot surf on. And this is when the crowd is either not very big, it's kind of thin and spread out, or if it's pretty much pierced the veil and there's a bunch of girls watching it, because you're going to get dropped on your back from 5 feet up, and it's going to knock the wind out of you, and everybody around you is going to laugh.
Yeah, and you're going to have to try not to cry, because you're not going to be able to breathe, yet you're going to be surrounded by a lot of people.
You'll probably see this between 5 and 10 times throughout the day if you keep an eye out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Also, a strange experience we had. Don't try to walk upon the crowd. If the crowd seems thin and you want to still crowd surf, and you decide to go for an attempt where you just walk on people's heads, don't.
You might
It's a
get
bad idea.
you might get punched by another person, which we actually saw. So yeah, try not to step on people's noggins, because they're not gonna like that very much.
Yes.
If you are a girl or a guy and you have long hair, either tie it in a ponytail or something, but your headbanging is going to whip the person behind you with your long hair, and they're not going to like that.
And if you have to do this, at least be sure your hair smells nice. Use some coconut conditioner or something.
Yeah.
Because if it's in my mouth or in my nose, I want it to at least smell good. So be courteous.
Same thing with a hat. If you're wearing it backwards too, you have to be conscious of like the extra space that it's taking up, and try not to like backwards headbutt somebody with the brim of your hat, because that also happens.
A good tip for if you want to be close to the front of any band, don't wear a gigantic backpack. You're gonna be out at Warped Tour for a few good hours. jumping up and down with your 30-pound backpack, jamming up against the person behind you. Not prime. Don't do it.
Yeah, the person behind you is not going to have a fun time if you have this big lump of a backpack and it's just in the way and sucks. If you're super tall, maybe think about letting some of the little smaller people go in front of you because like they're not going to get in your way, and being a person or two farther back isn't that big of a deal. So that's one thing.
Oh, this is a good one. If you have a tattoo, try your hardest to make sure it is visible to the people walking around or whatever. It's a good way to distinguish your minimum age. You know, have a good idea of your age area.
Especially if you look like you're actually 15.
Yeah, be sure your tattoos are showing if you have those.
Kind of going back to the sandwich thing, the food inside's pretty expensive, so you're going to want to try to only eat one big meal a day, or like just for the whole day. Get in there, try to eat it at like 3 or 3:30, and that'll save you like $10, because if you buy lunch and dinner in there, then
it's a fortune.
Yeah, it sucks. So that's why you want to bring a sandwich in the first place, is to make sure you're full when you get inside.
Yeah, and also it's probably gonna be warm. You're gonna feel a little thirsty. Waters are expensive also. Don't be that guy who wastes the water via throwing it upon the crowd, because we don't like that, and now you've wasted half of your $2 water bottle. So drink that stuff up. Drink it up.
If you ever have some downtime, you can check out the electronic stage. You're in for quite a treat. You never know what you're going to see.
Oh,
sorry, microphone. You don't know what you're going to see. It could be some half-naked dancer girls shooting water guns and singing some who even knows.
Yeah. We're still wondering how they got into the Warped Tour, but anyways.
Yeah.
Go stop by the electronic stage.
Yeah.
Check it out. Have a good laugh.
Another tip that I saw people doing is I personally wouldn't recommend spending half of your day waiting in line to meet the YouTube people, or just any band for that matter. Like, you're going to have another chance to see them, and there's so many other good bands playing that if you waste like an hour or two waiting to get a picture, that's just a waste of your time and money and opportunity to see other good bands.
Some good advice for while you're in there. You want to make sure that you left home with some cash. The ATM is just never really a good idea. It's kind of a waste of money. They, pretty much tax you on taking money out. So bring some cash with you for food, water.
For parking too.
Parking.
Yeah, once you get there, you want to be able to hand them like $5 or $10 or however much it is and go park.
When you're parking, when you come in to park, try to park somewhat near the exit, because if you're leaving at the same time as the other thousands of people, it's going to be very difficult. So try to park somewhere somewhat near to the exit.
Yeah. And the last tip is pretty much just to be friendly. Like when you're in line, whether you're waiting for the next band to come on and you're just waiting in the crowd while they set up, if you're friendly and you talk to the people around you, chances are you'll make some friends, because they're there listening to the same music as you, and you just talk about your day and whatever else, and it'll be fun. Meet some new people.
I think that's all of them.
That's pretty much all of them. I'll probably think of some more after this is over, but that's all right. That's pretty much how you're going to have a Prime Warped Tour day, and everything will be a lot smoother that way. You'll have the whole thing planned out, and you'll have a good time. So, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a fun time at Warped Tour.